I had written many endings. I'd written many versions of the scripts, many endings, and the original one we shot, I think left people wanting something different.
Obvious spoiler warning for the alternate scene from Get Out, which is one of the most surprising movies of 2017, mainly because of the conversation that it sparks. It's a good movie, and I even made a video explaining my thoughts with the themes, the ending, and how it reflects on real-life issues, so instead of repeating everything that I said there, I just wanted to make a quick video on the original ending that was recently released because it's insanely better in my opinion. So again, spoilers squared for a scene that's not even in the theatrical cut, but I'll have it linked in the description in case you haven't seen it and you want to experience it because it's very interesting. So pretty much everything in the movie stays the same up to the point where Chris is choking out Rose because he doesn't respect women, and we see the cop lights flash as the car approaches. In the final cut that we all saw, it ends up being Rod and he saves his buddy, and the movie ends up grossing over $200 million. But what they had originally filmed was a lot darker. Instead of it being Rod showing up and pulling up in the car, it's actually two police officers who pull up and arrest him. Chris ends up going to jail for the murder of Rose and her family, and when Rod asks him for more info for the investigation, Chris just responds with,
"I'm good. I stopped it, you know. I stopped it."
Then he walks back to his cell and credits. Now, this one is a lot more depressing, but there was a purpose for it.
It's definitely about the way America deals with race and the idea that racism itself is a demon, it's an American monster.
The greatest forms of horror unveil the social commentary that leaks beneath the surface of our society.
And so this original ending is showing that in order to make a difference, in order to stop evil from happening, someone good still has to pay for it. And in this case, it's the character of Chris serving time for defending himself, but taking it knowing that at least he stopped them.
I stopped it.
It's an insane reality when you think about how that reflects real life, that in order for there to be a major change, someone usually has to suffer. Someone has to become that sacrifice in order for things to be different for future generations. And while I love how hard-hitting that ending is, I know exactly why they had to change it to what we now have in the theatrical cut.
First and foremost, I always want to entertain more than anything else. So I hope that it's fun, they're scared. After that, I hope that they have a discussion about race or horror films that they haven't had before.
It's a good thing they made the ending lighter because of what was happening in real life. As they saw with their test screenings, people didn't want to pay for a movie just to be reminded about what they were watching on the news. They didn't want to be given the same grim reality they were trying to escape. And so they altered it, played on the perceptions that we have based off what we see in the news, and added hope to it. They actually let him get out instead of keeping him in. So while the final ending was the better choice for audiences, the original one being more impressionable but darker, at least know that we didn't get this super creepy one.
But by the end, Rod comes to break into the gated community, finds his way in. He's looking for Chris, and he sees Chris looking in a window on Main Street, and he goes, "Chris!" And Chris turns to him and goes, "I assure you, I don't know who you're talking about."
Thank you guys for checking out this video. Always a big shout out to my patrons, and for those of you who always watch every video, just to let you guys know, as I said, definitely pushing the person who does all of my drawings, that is the AMC Drawings. Definitely go check out Abby. Let her know that ATZ sent you. She's doing a bunch of cool stuff with her time-lapse stuff, or you can go check out her Instagram. She got some cool stuff there. And I have also started a podcast with my good buddy Zach from Multiplex. You may know him. Maybe you've seen him on some movietickets.com, I think is what he's working on. He's a dope dude. We started a podcast. I'll have that in the description as well. well, definitely go check us out. Yell at us, ask us questions, whatever you want to do. Other than that, don't forget that if you follow me on Twitter and subscribe here on YouTube, I still have some leftover hypnotizing tea things that I can send you from the movie Get Out, which will change your life and you'll be able to control anyone around you. Yeah, until next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you guys later.